Hey, here's another tip for team parent. So when it comes to teaching, I think good teachers, those exceptional teachers, are the ones that have their big picture in mind. They know exactly the value of what they're doing and how it relates to the world on a larger scale. And I also think those teachers are the ones who understand that teaching isn't just about the subject matter, the discipline that you're working in, but it's about helping your children, helping your students learn how to live. And I think as teachers and parents, sometimes we get really wrapped up in those little tiny details about the discipline, about the subject matter, and we forget all about the really big, important stuff. So I wrote an article about this big picture idea and what's most important, or what I feel is most important, what I'm trying to give to my students. So it was actually published earlier this year in the American Suzuki Journal, volume 45, number 3. This is the cover. And I just wanted to read that over this video in case you haven't picked up the copy or heard the podcast that I published before this article was actually published. So it's titled, "What Should My Child Practice This Week?" It's this one. It can be found in the teaching and learning section of the journal. I have come to expect certain practice-related questions from my studio parents. I wish parents would add another question to their repertoire. However, what should my child practice this week to become a good person with a beautiful heart? Parents, as a teacher, it is my job to be a mirror for your child. As a mirror, I reflect any behavioral issues that your child may have back to you. Some situations call for an adult-only conversation. In this situation, I'm not going to directly state what the issue is. But if you are fully present during the lesson, you will have a good idea of what your child needs to work on. If you are distracted or playing on your cell phone, you will miss the cues that I'm giving through my body language and through the tone of my voice. When you are not fully aware of what is happening during the lesson, you lose the most important part of the lesson, and that is my reflection of your child. What I really want is for my students to find ways to practice my big picture expectations during the week. Big picture expectations are the character traits and life skills that I hope my students learn by being part of the studio community. Of course, there is no substitute for the discipline gained through daily violin practice. It is my hope that parents will consider adding one of the big picture items to their practice list this week. Teachers should also reflect on their own teaching to be sure that they are modeling their own big picture list. Fellow teachers, when you sit down and make your big picture lists, I think you will find that your big picture items form the very heart of your studio policies. Try constructing your studio policies around your big picture list. You'll find that you have a more positive environment and less dissonance within yourself regarding your studio policies. I think teachers forget to explain their big picture to studio parents. Understandably, if we don't communicate our big expectations to parents, the Suzuki triangle breaks. If we never mention character development, parents will assume we are only interested in the child's technique. If we lose sight of our big picture, our parents will lose sight as well. Parents, I cannot say just exactly what it is on your teacher's big picture list, as all teachers are different, but it's important for you to ask your teachers what their big expectations are. Of course, I have included my own list of big picture items. Dear students, it is my hope that you will consider the following. 1. Be kind to yourself. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, don't say it to yourself. You cannot have true compassion for others if you don't first have compassion for yourself. 2. Be kind to everyone you meet, and do your best to brighten someone else's day. Even a simple smile is an act of kindness. 3. Cooperation over competition. Items above, numbers 1 and 2, are often disregarded in the spirit of competition. You don't win by being unkind to yourself or to others. If you must compete, please honor the first 2 items. We call that healthy competition. 4. Know that your attitude matters. You might not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you can control your reaction. 5. Honor your commitments. If you say you are going to do something or be somewhere, be sure you follow through. This is how you develop trust with others. 6. Know the difference between an accident and a mistake. Accidents are sudden, unintentional, and unfortunate events. Mistakes are choices which are made because of lack of planning, lack of knowledge, lack of focus, and or lack of discipline. Growth occurs when we realize our mistakes and correct them. It's irresponsible to insist that mistakes are completely unavoidable accidents. This is the very definition of cowardice. 7. Perfect is a dirty, nonsensical word. Perfection doesn't exist in nature. When you watch the sunset, you accept its beauty as it is. You don't pick out its flaws. It never occurred to you to do so. 8. Fail. Failure is not bad. It takes a great deal of courage to fail. Failure shows that you are pushing your ability to greater levels. If you have yet to fail, you need to work harder. 9. Consider the seed whenever you feel that you aren't progressing. A seed needs the right environment to grow. Do you water your seed? Do you give your seed air and light? Don't forget that any growth that has previously occurred will wither and die if you don't continue to nurture the seed. When you are really stuck, remember that can't is a 4-letter word. You have all the ability in the world to be extraordinary. Don't waste it on can't. 10. Strive to become a better person every day. Please make this your first and most important goal. Thanks for watching.